On the night of June 14, 2001, a 911 call was placed from a payphone outside a gas station in rural Indiana. The caller was a woman. She told the dispatcher that she needed help. Her voice was calm. She gave her name as Patricia Schmidt. She said she was traveling alone and had stopped to use the phone. The dispatcher asked what kind of help she needed. Patricia said she wasn't sure. She said something felt wrong, but she couldn't explain it. The call lasted 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Patricia told the dispatcher she was driving from Ohio to visit family in Illinois. She said she had been on the road for about 3 hours. She mentioned stopping at this gas station because her car was making a noise. The dispatcher asked if she needed a tow truck. Patricia said no. She said the car was running fine now. The dispatcher asked if she felt unsafe. Patricia paused for several seconds, then she said she didn't know the dispatcher offered to send an officer to check on her. Patricia agreed. She said she would wait by her car. The call ended at 11:42 p.m. A state trooper was dispatched to the location. The gas station was closed for the night. There were no other businesses nearby. The trooper arrived at 11:56 p.m. He found the payphone. He found no one waiting. There were 3 cars in the parking lot. 1 belonged to the gas station owner, 1 belonged to a truck driver sleeping in the cab. The 3rd car was a blue sedan with Ohio plates. The driver's side door was unlocked. The keys were in the ignition. The engine was off. A purse was on the passenger seat. Inside, the purse was a wallet with a driver's license. The license belonged to Patricia Schmidt. Her address was in Canton, Ohio. The trooper ran the plates. The car was registered to Patricia Schmidt. There was no sign of a struggle. Nothing appeared damaged or out of place. The trooper checked the area around the gas station. He walked the perimeter with a flashlight. He checked the restrooms. Both were locked. He checked the tree line behind the building. He found nothing. He woke the truck driver and asked if he had seen a woman. The driver said no. He said he had been asleep since around 11:30 p.m. The gas station owner was contacted by phone. He said he had locked up at 10 p.m. He said the parking lot had been empty. We left. The trooper called dispatch and reported the situation. A search was organized for the following morning. Local police and volunteers checked the surrounding area. They searched fields, ditches, and wooded sections along the highway. They found no trace of Patricia Schmidt. Her family was contacted the next day. They confirmed she had left Canton the previous afternoon. She had called her sister around 6 p.m. to say she was making good progress. She said she expected to arrive by midnight. Her sister said Patricia sounded normal. She did not mention any problems with the car. She did not mention stopping. Investigators reviewed the 911 call again. Patricia's tone was described as calm but uncertain. She did not sound frightened. She did not sound rushed. The dispatcher noted that Patricia seemed confused about why she was calling. Phone records showed the 911 call was the only call made from that payphone that night. Investigators checked Patricia's cell phone records. Her last outgoing call had been to her sister at 6:03 p.m. There were no calls after that. Her phone was not in the car. It was never recovered. The car was examined by a mechanic. No mechanical issues were found. There was no evidence it had been making unusual sounds. The gas tank was half full. Tire pressure was normal. Investigators checked security footage from nearby locations. The closest camera was at a truck stop, 11 miles away. Patricia's car was not seen on that footage. No other cameras were found along her route. Witnesses were canvassed. No one reported seeing Patricia or her car that evening. The truck driver at the gas station took a polygraph test. The results were inconclusive. He was not considered a suspect. The gas station owner also took a polygraph. He passed. Investigators spoke with Patricia's family and friends. They described her as reliable and organized. She was a 34-year-old accountant. She had no history of mental health issues. She had no known enemies. Her marriage had ended 2 years earlier, but the divorce was amicable. Her ex-husband was in Florida at the time. His alibi was confirmed. There was no evidence of financial trouble. Her bank account showed no unusual activity. Her credit cards were not used. After June 14th, investigators considered the possibility that Patricia had left voluntarily. Her family rejected this theory. They said she had been looking forward to the visit. She had purchased gifts. For her nieces, the gifts were found in the trunk of her car. Weeks passed with no new leads. The case was covered by local news. A tip line was set up. Several tips came in, but none led to useful information. One caller claimed to have seen a woman matching Patricia's description at a rest stop. The sighting could not be verified. Another caller reported a similar car on a different highway. The lead went nowhere. In August 2001, a hiker found a cell phone in a wooded area about 40 miles from the gas station. The phone was heavily damaged by weather. It could not be powered on. The serial number was checked. It did not match Patricia's phone. Investigators re-examined the 911 call multiple times. Audio analysts were brought in. They listened for background noise. Faint sounds were detected, but could not be identified clearly. One analyst suggested it might have been wind. Another thought it could have been a vehicle in the distance. No conclusions were reached. The payphone itself was examined. No fingerprints were recovered. The phone had been wiped, clean or degraded by weather and use. In 2003, the case was reviewed by a cold case unit. They re-interviewed witnesses. No new information emerged. They requested. Patricia's dental and medical records and case remains were found. No remains matching her description were ever recovered. In 2007, a woman in Kentucky called police saying she believed she was Patricia Schmidt. She said she had no memory of her life before 2001. Investigators arranged a meeting. DNA testing was conducted. The woman was not Patricia Schmidt. She was later identified as someone with a documented history of mental illness. The case remains open. Patricia Schmidt has been missing for over 2 decades. Her car was eventually released to her family. The purse and its contents were logged as evidence. The 911 call is still on file. Investigators have said they believe Patricia left her car willingly. They believe she may have accepted a ride from someone, but no evidence supports this theory. No witnesses ever came forward. The 14 minutes between the end of the call and the trooper's arrival have never been explained. There is no clear reason why Patricia called for help. There is no clear reason why she left. The case file is stored in a county's records building. It has not been actively investigated in years. The gas station where her car was found is still in operation. The payphone was removed in 2004. Patricia's family still holds a vigil every June. They have not stopped searching for answers, but the official search has ended long ago. The reports were filed, the records were archived, and the questions remain.